Welcome back to Crazy Dave's Crew. I'm Laura and you're watching Thirsty Threads. This week I want to talk about a star. In particular, the Ohio star. This pattern has a number of names. If we were to put a pinwheel in the center, then it would be Martha Washington's quilt block. But I'm going to use a plain and try to use some bright colors. This one is also known as Tippecanoe and Tyler 2. Well, William Henry Harrison was a hero from the Battle of Tippecanoe in 1811. And during his 1840 run for presidency, Tippecanoe and Tyler 2 was his slogan. So we had Tippecanoe running for president and John Tyler running for vice president. So this is one that I think, this is how women used their voices at that time period. Of course, 1840, we weren't voting, but you want to talk about better than any bumper sticker. You go into town and you've got a quilt made of these blocks, and a quilt covering up your legs or as padding for the back of the wagon, and you let everybody know what your opinion was. So this is better than any bumper sticker or campaign pin. So what have we got? Basically, we have a 9-patch. We've got 3 units and 3 rows. So 3, 3, 3. It's basically a 9-patch. Well, the first thing that I want to do, and I've already done this, I want some 5.5-inch squares, and I want some 4.5-inch squares. And this is going to get you a 12.5-inch finished block. Well, the first thing that I'm going to want to do is pick out 3 colors. So I'm going to want, I want 2 yellow, I want a black, and yeah, let's do the blue. So we're going to first of all start off by making the hourglass patches. I love my little folding Omni grid. It closes up, and then when it opens, I have a cutting mat and a ironing mat. I love this thing. I want a nice flat surface. I want to put together a yellow and blue and a yellow and black. I need a straight edge, I need a pencil, and I need some pens. I'm going to draw a line from corner to corner. So I've got my 5.5-inch blocks, 2 yellow, a black, and a blue. And I am going to just draw me a line from corner to corner. And I'm going to pin it. Set it aside. Same thing with this one. Corner to corner. And pin. We're going to come over to the machine, and once again I'm using my little piecing foot. I'm going to use my center stitch so I get a nice 1/4-inch seam. I'm going to put my little piecing foot piece right here on that line. do the other side of that line. Do the other one. So I'm just going to do the other side of this last one here. And there you go. I'm going to take my pins out. I want to set my seam. Oh, I just want to kind of lightly press. Now I'm going to take my straight edge and my rotary cutter and I'm going to cut along that line. So we've made a half square triangle. Well, we're going to take it a step further and turn this into an hourglass. So I'm going to set my seam. And just lightly get that pressed down. Remember, we're pressing, not ironing. All right, set that one aside. And I am pressing to the darker side. I'm pressing away from the yellow. And I am wanting to get that opened up. Nicely opened up. So now I'm going to take a yellow and blue and a yellow and black. That's not right. I want to do it that way. And I'm going to match that seam up. It's going to nestle because the seams are going opposite directions. And it's going to just kind of nest right in there. Oh, you know what? I almost forgot the important part. I've got to draw another line. On one side, corner to corner, so I've got my line drawn, and I'm going to nestle those in. And I'm going to sew a 1/4 inch seam on either side of my line. be right back. So now for the squaring up. And I don't have a 4.5 inch square ruler to do this. I have a 5.5, a 6.5, and I think like a 16.5. But I want to square this up to be 4.5 inches. You'll notice I have a nice diagonal. So first of all, I want to get that placed, that diagonal, on that diagonal seam. Well, I know if it's supposed to be 4.5, then that means from the center over, up, over, and down, that should be 2.25 inches. So what I'm hoping, there's a dot right there for the 2.25, and it's 2.25 both ways. So I want that dot right there to go dead center. So now that I've done that, I can square it up. So I've got 2 sides done. Now let's do the other 2 sides. And that's the same thing, that 2.25 mark, dot right there, dead center at that center seam. Diagonal line following my seam line. And that should say 4.5. And there we go. So my 2.25 dot is right there center. I've got 4.5, 4.5. Alright, so once you get all of these squared up, we can start putting it together. Once you have these all squared up, and it's okay, you know, if it takes you a couple tries to get them squared up. So now I go to my 4.5 inch stack and I choose 4 blacks, 1 for each corner. And I'm going to choose the center, and I think I'm going to do orange. Could do green. There's pink. About purple. So now you just choose the color that you want for the center. Now you could do that. Nothing wrong with that. But I think I'm going to do this. So now all that's left is to sew these together, sew these together, sew these together. And then put your rose good like you would any other 9-patch. Well, I really hope this has been helpful to you. I hope you've learned something. I've had a great time playing with my colors, my fabric, my sewing machine. Next time you hear about stars, you can think of the Ohio star, and you could do it on point, or you could do it as a square. Same block, but it has a different look. I hope you have a good time making the Ohio star, also known as Tippecanoe and Tyler 2. If this is your first time watching, please be sure to click the link and subscribe. Would love to know what colors you're going to use in your upcoming Ohio Star block. We'd love for you to join us on Facebook at Sewing and Crocheting for Beginners and Crazy Dave's Crew. Also on the internet at cdcrew.com. Falling a little behind on the website, but we're trying to get it back up and running. Trying to get some more articles written. If you like any of the products that I use, be sure to check the description below. We'll try to put in some helpful links so you know where you can find these at. Turntable, cutting mat, the rotary ruler, anything that you think would be helpful. Be sure to stick around till the end so you can see some other variations of this block, some different colors, some reproduction fabrics, some patriotic views. This is unlimited for what you can do. Teams, favorite movies. I can definitely see a novelty as the center patch. You can do, like I said, Quilt of Valor, and being a 12.5-inch unfinished block, this would go very quickly. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Have a wonderful week, and happy sewing. Thanks for joining us. And I'll see you next time, right here on Crazy Dave's Crew.